Hi YouTube, you're watching the edited version of what happened over on Twitch. I hope you sit down and enjoy.
Today is the
Like their drip
Akademia's
marketing
new Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action.
released.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. Paimon got too nervous thinking about today and didn't fall asleep until the sun was almost up. What about you all, Hatham?
That was me last night. I couldn't sleep.
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan, since energy is an important resource.
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before we execute our plan.
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Someone's got so
Anyway,
much to say today.
do you need me to go over the game plan again?
I want to confirm everything
Our
again.
target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Akademia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it.
Okay.
Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You know, Paimon's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the sages imprison even a god?
That
Things they
isn't
shouldn't
something they
have.
could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Suristhana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled from the inside. They were effectively trapping one god with the power of
We
another.
have to save her. She's a baby.
So, how are we gonna get to the Grand Sage's office?
Don't forget,
We're gonna walk
today is
in through the
Nigarbaha
front
Day,
door.
arguably the most important day to the Akademia. The sages and core Akademia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge capsules so that they can be entered into the Akasha. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone, and the Akademia's grounds are flowing with all sorts of people. It's the perfect time for an infiltration. When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Dendro Archon.
When you put things that way, the plan feels a bit unrefined.
Well, yes. That's just the visible side of our plan, after all. If precedence holds, the Akademia should have already started preparing for Nigarbaha Day.
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the charge.
Okay.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna walk in through the front door?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes. Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
Paimon can't think of a good comeback. Alright, it's all
Like,
on
Paimon can
Hatham
fly
to
in through a
fix
window.
himself.
Animal character? Okay. Apparently she owns a bathhouse, and I'm just like thinking of like Star Rail and the Greek inspired area where their like bathhouses are everywhere now.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhatham?
Calm down, Paimon.
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were looking for you not long ago, but I didn't know what for. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the Akademia.
Like, excuse me? This isn't looking good. We were noticed.
Outside guests. How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
I obviously go here.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate. Don't look down on me!
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look,
How many languages
Based on
do
what
you
you
know?
already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think. Don't tell me the answer. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guests. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler?
It's because
And
I'm
you were
so
gone
pretty.
from the Akadeymia for so long because...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the correct conclusion.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now. Thank you for getting me back on track.
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to the Akadeymia, Scribe.
What the heck just happened now? What did he just guess?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Our star sign?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone
I feel like that'd be
questions
the
their
wrong
academic
Darshan, though.
facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves as fools.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people. We don't even need to make up our own excuses.
It's like the answer is Virgo.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our window of opportunity. Let's go.
And all of my list making. I did finish the Stray Kids playlist, and I was trying to be good and not put too many songs on it.
Is this the Academia's library?
But there were some songs I'm like, I just have to put this on.
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Teyvat.
There are a lot of students going through here. Is it really okay just to waltz right in?
I want to live here.
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nagarbaha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters. Just act natural. Now, hurry along.
But like, there's so many books.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that Academia
Okay, it's like a
personnel
elevator?
use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there somewhere.
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we won't run into the Grand Sage. Let's step back and observe for now.
He means let's find a nice spot and
Think
read
the
a book.
Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him? Oh, Paimon thinks that's really dangerous.
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location, our operation will be much safer if we...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
Well, we're busted.
What's Grand Sage Azar doing here?
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such a
don't like
prolonged
his hat.
absence, Scribe. An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally welcome you.
Someone else can pull it off. He can't.
Grand Sage, I didn't expect you to care so much about me. I'm truly flattered.
I'm sure, but compared to you, I am far more interested in these two unexpected guests. You are the Traveler and Paimon, correct? It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize for my lack of decorum.
Let's talk.
Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare some perfunctory excuse. You clearly understand the situation at hand.
No, it's
and
just
have
because
no
I don't like
intention
you.
of making a reckless stand. The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion. Please, follow me to my office.
And I don't want to hurt the books if we were to injure you.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, Traveler. What did you wish to discuss with me? Today is Niagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle chit-chat before I detain you all.
The Tui have ulterior motives.
You seem to know quite a bit about our endeavors. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work, rather than using your trivial misgivings in a futile attempt
He's
to
giving
sway
cult
me.
leader. Which, technically...
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me?
Enosis.
Worthless. Those are all completely
I do love the
worthless.
thing in the background.
Benefits, divine power. These materialistic words do nothing but debase our great
I'm
work.
doing good. How are you
Creating
doing?
a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of
I'm
human
awake
wisdom.
today.
We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge. Even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate
Yeah, I did see that
aspiration.
there's ice storms.
No cost
I
is
just
too
thought,
great
like,
to realize
snow?
it.
Like, not too much snow, but enough to cover roads. You say it's the pinnacle of human wisdom, but in the end, you're still relying on a god.
You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even
Oh, no.
comprehend such an emotion.
That's good. I'm glad that A-Dog. What about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusanali. What can she even do? Care for the people? Fend off sandstorms? Fabricate silly fairy tales? These are but child's play for the Akadeymia. Does that make us equal to the gods?
Like,
we are a people
sometimes
favored
the
by Greater
Traveler
Lord
just looks right into
Rukadevata.
you.
Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true
I mean,
wisdom.
they are like a...
The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but
Who knows how
bewilderment
old
to the
being.
scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
No thanks.
What a pathetic justification. Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
The arrogance of the
As for
scholars.
your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the Akadeymia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
Oh, Hatham? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the Akadeymia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble.
I don't believe it.
Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about her ready for your perusal.
My podcast.
Oh, hey them. So you're still on the Akadeymia side. We finally started to trust you.
Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? What were you playing? If you don't know me, Genshin, are you like further along than me? Because I'm really behind. But I'm Asteria. I play cozy games and fantasy games and obviously gacha games. And we usually just kind of have a cozy time. A low spoons time. We've been set up. Okay. Yeah, I started playing this game in 2023 when Sumeru was coming out.
Nothing
Thank
less
you for
than
the
an
follow.
immaculate report from the scribe.
What's your favorite gacha so far? Unless this is the first one.
As it is Niagarbha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%.
Okay, yeah.
Furthermore, your data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons.
This was probably my first like gacha game, and then I played Star Rail at launch and Zenless Zone Zero at launch as well, and then I also play Infinity Nikki. So like those are the gacha games that I currently have been playing. Ooh, I also did play Wuthering Waves. And I kind of want to get back into it because it was fun. Oh, okay. The issue is that like it caused my computer to just beep the whole time. But now I need to know what your favorite Digimon is because that's an important question. When you say dishonest persons, does it also include your General Mahamatra?
Are you not familiar
Gomamon?
with the concept
I mean,
that great
Gomamon is a really good
responsibility
choice.
begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the
I
chance
have
of
a
any
special place in my heart
undesirable
for
outcomes coming to pass.
Gashmon and Wizardmon.
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but I suppose you had mentally prepared yourselves for this, no?
Like, I remember watching the original, like, on TV, and, like, I think I taped those episodes. What do you mean?
Your ploy
But if
was
I'm
to
any
sacrifice the traveler here, was it
of the
not?
Digidestined, I'm probably Joe, so...
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to
As
say,
much as I'd want to
but
be
I've been
anybody
following
else.
your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well, I will spell things out. First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the traveler at Caravan Rebat. However, you immediately departed for the desert and
that would
escaped
be
surveillance range. Judging by the time,
great.
you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the
Follow
desert.
you back so I can
Am I
watch your
correct?
gacha journey.
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Sino just now.
The Akadeymia had not received correspondence
Yeah,
from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler,
I
a
don't
close
think I
associate
own
of Lesser
any of them
Lord
on DVD. I think I've just
Kusanali
watched them
and General
on
Mahamatra
streaming, but I
Sino, who had
do have
defected
like
from the
original
Akadeymia. With their
cards. I don't
instigation,
know
what was the
where or when I
probability that
got
you would
them,
betray
but at
the
some point I
Akadeymia?
had Digimon
Rationally
cards
speaking,
on top of
50%,
Pokemon cards.
70%? What do you think?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the Traveler is still willing to sacrifice for the sake of your plan.
Is there a new...
If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali and ruin our great
Okay, the last
work.
one was Ghost Game.
Sneak into the Akadeymia on Niagarbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save the Lesser Lord will
Yeah, I've
arise.
seen people playing the games,
Should your intentions be discovered,
but I'm definitely like
Alhaitham will turn traitor
a
and
show
sacrifice
person.
the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. He can then stay inside the Akadeymia and continue searching for a way to proceed forward. As for Sino,
I watched the
according to
2020
Akasha's
like reboot
calculations,
too.
he will soon return to the Akadeymia and confront me in person. I suppose this is also a part of your plan?
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say, no?
Yes, you will.
Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably
I
damage
know,
the
I thought of that
Akademia's
yesterday,
regular
where I was
operations
like,
and the development of Sumeru's
it was
future
just
academic
2019.
systems. However, under the current circumstances,
2020
even
took
that
so
is
much from
trivial
us.
compared to what we stand
The
to
time
gain
just feels
from our great work.
You said
so
that I
wrong.
betrayed the Akadeymia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
So
Which
flight is
gotcha
turned
game
to
are you
fight
trying
at
next?
long last. Guards!
Cutscene time.
Azar.
What are your options?
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor. You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power
Sure.
of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
Rude.
He has gone completely insane.
Yeah, I would say the same. Like, if you
Take
want
him
to keep...
to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Niagarbaha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent.
Yeah, I have seen people playing
You
the
may
solo
begin.
leveling game. I haven't played it myself. But yeah, if you want to keep the same vibes... He's like, I'm a good actor. I would go with Wuthering Waves, but it's still like fantasy but sci-fi in kind of the same style. And then like Star Rail is more turn-based, so if you want to do more turn-based. She's screaming. That's enough, Paimon. I don't think the guards can hear us anymore.
Yeah. Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh?
Not bad, but worse than mine.
Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's
I
probably
still haven't
done with his
decided
part
how
too.
to like describe ZZZ. It said it's like fun, flexible combat. Alright. You can relax for the time
We
being.
even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. Alhaitham sure knows how to cook up a plan. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up.
Listen, I am so excited for the new world. Like, I know it's gonna hurt because Penacony hurt, but like, I love like Greek and like Roman mythology stuff, so I'm very excited for all of that. Let's review what we discussed during our strategy meeting.
Right! Paimon thinks it went something like this.
But yeah, ZZ's pretty different. Like,
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation, which is to send the Traveler to the confinement room.
it's a lot of fun.
Why do we want to get her locked up on purpose?
She's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to the successful implementation of their plan. They are very aware of the risk she poses to them. Once the Traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control. And with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I didn't know that.
I can already see the pompous looks on their faces.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan.
That is a neat fact.
Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. She has a more important task once she's in confinement. According to the Akadeymia scholars in
I need to
Ramon's
be a
custody,
problem.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the Doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take
I
time to
did try
awaken
Tower
Lesser
of
Lord
Fantasy and I didn't
Kusanali's
like it as much.
consciousness. We need to do that
I
in
ended up
advance.
uninstalling that one.
So our
Also,
job
my
is to
PC
wake up Nahida.
hated it.
Okay, totally worth getting thrown in jail for.
The confinement room is inside the Akadeymia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space, and you won't be receiving any visitors. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness.
All of our flashbacks.
However, as for whether she'll actually wake up, that will depend on our luck.
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Alhaitham modified.
It's like I've been listening
They
to
pick our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here.
what would be the Tivat
Would
version
they
of
be
Spotify.
careless?
They think the Akasha is completely under their control.
Alright, so what now?
I can't wait for this cough to be like gone. It's the last thing that just won't leave. We need to find the place with the best signal in this room, then we try to connect with Nahida.
Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all this time. Let's do it. There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal.
Okay. My body wanted to have an unfortunate coughing fit. Like, I'm pretty much over my cold except for that. Like, I'm trying my hardest.
Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed?
If the mucus would come out of my body, that'd be helpful. It's like my dad got sick for like a couple days and was like, oh, this is nothing. Probably going the wrong way. Me, on the other hand, it'll be like 3 weeks at this point. A cool rock.
Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
It's faint, but I have a signal.
Please work.
Is this a realm of consciousness? I think that, like, I started getting over my cold and then picked up his cold on top of what I already had. Nahida's not moving. She really has to left for consciousness. I need to think of a way to wake her up. What is this? It looks like some sort of barrier. There should be an ad break in like the next couple of minutes. I think when that happens, I'm gonna take a little break and get something, like get tea or something. Yeah, I think so. Is Nahida using this barrier to isolate her consciousness from the outside world?
Nahida!
Whenever we talk, I'm like, what?
Hey, Nahida!
Dang it, she isn't reacting. Seems like she can't sense me.
When did it first start?
Oh no, sad stuff.
Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying.
She's just a baby.
Kept listening to my people.
She's just a
and their
girl.
hearts. Kept looking for a way to save Irminsul. So I can catch up. Catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Surasthana. The sages are creating a god to replace me.
Oh, she's sad.
And I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness. Nahida!
Hope we're talking again. Well, now is there really nothing I can do? But she's right here in front of me. I can't just give up like this. I already left her behind once when the doctor first appeared. I can't do that again.
Nahida!
Let's use our wind powers.
It's so quiet here.
So we have to be a menace.
Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really
She's
feel
such a
about all
baby.
this?
Stop the music today.
Since you're the god of wisdom,
I do have like Genshin on my PlayStation and on here, but they're like two separate accounts.
you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
But I got some cranberry hibiscus tea, and then I heated up some lunch that I'll eat when like a cutscene is happening.
Who are you? Whose voice is that? It sounds familiar.
Are there any characters that you want to like pull for? Or are you just gonna save until you, like, see somebody?
You're right, though. I won't... I won't ignore my own voice anymore.
Nahida!
Like, I see my
Nahida?
feet.
Did you wake me up? Thank you. Why are you here?
We're here to rescue
Because
you.
why not?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just... when I think of everything that's happened to me...
That's exciting.
feel
You have way better
really
gacha luck
angry
than I
now.
do. I have the worst gacha luck.
You should have been angry.
But the fact that she
ages
just
ago.
hits people with her, like, motorcycle, so much fun.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything?
He is awake.
Wonderful news! Great! We weren't locked up for nothing! When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for any sounds outside. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Nyagarba day stuff?
Nice. I guess they finished entering all the knowledge capsules.
So that means our next act is Nilu's performance!
Yeah, Alhaitham was the reason I started playing this game. I kept seeing his trailer as, like, an ad. And I was like, should I play?
Nilu, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance, and this one is especially important.
All right. You seem to have a lot of trust in them, so I won't say more on the subject. But if anything happens, the few of us here may not be able to help you.
Don't worry. They've been through worse. Everything's going to be fine.
I have, like, a list of, like,
All right.
maybes, eventually.
You know, if you really do get arrested, we'll do everything we can to get you back. Be careful.
Yeah, Miko,
even if it's
the
only for our
lady?
sakes.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Then yes. We're playing as Neetlin. Like, the map is tricking me. Like, where we're... I think we're supposed to go above.
This isn't the way to the Akadeymia. Better stick to the plan.
I'm like, completely free to play.
How's it going?
I've just, you know,
Nervous?
shoved my life
Definitely more than usual.
and time into this game.
But it's because I'm worried
Instead.
I won't dance well enough.
It's okay. Just focus on your performance. We'll take care of everything else.
You sure know how to talk. Taking all the credit, even though we came here together to help out.
Well, thank you both. I'll have to treat you to a meal after all this ends. I really, really appreciate all of your help.
Ooh, that sounds great. Ha! How can we say no to that?
All right, let's get back to business. Nilu, we'll be here to keep people from going to the Akadeymia so they don't interrupt your performance.
I was planning on telling them something like, the Akademia's been conducting a weird experiment, and some of their test subjects escaped. It's really dangerous there, so stay away.
This is
Oh,
Tighnari's.
you couldn't think of anything better? Oh well, I guess it does sound like something the Academia would do.
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Hey, Nilu! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our bait people away with Yalda candies plan is working beautifully. Do you want some candy? We have more than we can give out.
That is some mustache.
Thank you so much for doing all of this. And even dressed up as the Knight of Flowers, no less. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance, and I'm about to start one.
You have a point. The stage is cleared and everything's ready, so you can start your performance at any time.
Yeah, thanks to you. I'm really grateful. All right, time to hit the stage.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
Okay. Madam can be proud of me. I actually ate lunch. And didn't forget until way after stream and it's too late to eat lunch. Yeah, Nilu's on my... At some point, I'd like to get her list.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Sure. Except they
do you
love
think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
We're not doing anything suspicious here. Completely normal, everyday things. With the distraction team.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage?
It sounds like Nilu completed her task.
Yep. It's great that everything seems to be going well. Come to think of it, when did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha?
When he pretended that he had been corrupted. Or when he rushed towards the Grand Sage.
Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader in Port Ormos when everyone else was distracted? It's a time-tested trick of his.
He can maintain his composure when things get chaotic. That's why he can pull off this kind of thing.
Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart and all, but he still makes Paimon's blood boil.
Because he's Alhaitham. Duh.
Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway, and it'll help us feel more confident. Paimon remembers that Nilu's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the Academia and their guards have started to
My
wear
tea
their
is
Akasha
not
terminals again.
cold
With
enough
the
to drink. It's still
Doctor's
too hot.
technological support, they think they have nothing to fear.
How despicable of them to rely on such a person.
But this is also our chance. I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Academia. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyagarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's
That
horrible.
is a tragedy.
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on Nyagarbaha Day, if someone were to be seen performing in public,
Yes.
the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban, and so the misleading information will be disseminated
No, I did
amongst
not.
the guards.
Sure sounds complicated.
Now I need to look it up.
But it seems like if everything goes well, we'll be able to get rid of all the guards in the Academia without any effort. That's pretty clever, getting right into their heads.
They are so adorable.
I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guards, how can we be sure that they'll believe it?
Oh, I do see.
People
Cute.
who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is
Yeah,
significantly
they're
reduced.
so cute together.
They will view everything the Akasha releases to them as the unequivocal truth.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines. I've seen it happen many times.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing too. By the way, this plan still requires a performer, right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilu
like, yeah.
of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan
Okay,
like
I
this.
100%
but
get
we
it.
can
Like,
ask her in
it's
person.
parasocial, but it's also like,
All
I
right.
hope they're happy.
After the guards and the Academia are gone,
Then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to shine.
So I used to love all of the like gossip and movie. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the Academia in droves.
I think it's just because like I love movies so much that it's like
This is the moment we've been waiting for.
I
My
love
brothers
knowing
have
little
already
behind the
sprung
scenes
into
things
action.
or like random facts.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but outside the Academia, this is our hunting ground.
With a lioness like you, the prey sure won't be able to run far.
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sages enough time to realize what's happening, the plan's doomed.
Yeah, all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought
That
and
reminds me, like, I
struggled
wanted to watch
every
a
day in the
K-drama.
desert. The only advantage they might have is their numbers.
Sometime
Speaking
this
of
week.
which, most of the guards who report directly to the Six Sages belong to the Corps of 30, but they have a completely different reputation. Following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary. As someone in the same profession, I'm obligated to teach him a good lesson today.
Indeed, the trap
Like, now I need to
has
look
been
up what it's
set.
called.
All we need to do is lead them there.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back into one place.
Yes.
Make sure to attract their
The
attention.
bloopers.
Isak will be the key.
My favorite. They need to bring those back. 100%.
You gave such an important task to
Good
that
days.
child. Will he be
Super
okay?
cool.
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined to help, so let's put our faith in him. Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person, after
She
all.
punches people
You've got a point. Anyway,
with fire.
I think I see them coming.
Exactly. They're just.
Let's head out.
Good luck.
It needs to come back. Like, we need blooper reels. They used to be like my favorite part. And depending on the commentary, I would watch the commentary.
This outfit.
Look at Isak.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali and run away from them.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do. I'm just a little nervous.
Relax. Don't think about getting caught. Even if that happens, we won't leave you behind. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar.
I have to look it up.
Leave the rest to us.
Probably seen.
Okay,
I'm
here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping Grandpa. I won't get
I
cold
still have
feet.
the majority of Ella Enchanted
I can see the Akadeymia guard.
memorized, but like also the commentary memorized.
All right, it's time, Isak. Take a deep breath and go. You can do this.
Me and my sister will quote it to each other sometimes. But also like the year it came out, and when it came out on DVD, I was like sick so much that like fall. I'm not even controlling Isak, he's just doing his thing.
Why is there a guard
So I just watched Ella Enchanted over and over again.
Ahead of me? This is different from our plan, but there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Hide behind the house.
Let's have a look behind the house.
Oops.
What should I do next?
Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Everyone has one movie that they like.
Luckily,
At
I
least
didn't
one
check
movie.
behind the tree. What should I do next? The guard looks alert. What should I do next?
Oh, that feeling. Keep waiting.
Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like the guard finally left. I need to go.
That was like me the entire time I was sick. Because I was like, I'd want something else.
Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there!
That's right, it's me. Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Just
How
a
did
girl.
I not notice that?
They found me. This is bad. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Assemble and arrest her!
Like, my dad, like, even felt bad for me since I was sick for so long.
How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
That, like, the one time, I think he was, like, getting pizza, and I was like, would you bring me back pizza?
Hey.
So he brought me back pizza.
Where's your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
And it was, like, the best pizza I'd had, because I was like, I finally could, like, taste and smell stuff again.
Isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on?
The congestion had cleared up enough.
I suppose that's all of you? Who are you? Did you set us up?
Because everything was, like,
What are you
muted.
planning?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
That's fair. I ate a lot of Jell-O.
Little brat! So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali. Who exactly are you all? Eremites from the desert?
Just some
I mean,
colleagues.
a good salad
Think
is
of
a good
this
salad.
as a business competition or a personal grudge. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves
It's like
as
sometimes you go to
hunters.
places and they just
Behave
give you
like
a
the
sad
prey
salad
you
instead.
are.
Apparently the salad at my sister's wedding was like so good because everyone keeps talking about
This
it.
is Sumeru City, but mercenaries from the desert somehow ambushed us!
You've spent all your time hiding away in the Akadeymia. This place has long since become our hunting ground. Brace yourselves!
I probably shouldn't try to drink tea at this very moment. Okay, no, we're good. We're still in a cutscene. We're fine. But that's really cute.
This is odd. The Akadeymia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Nyagarbha Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter than usual. Where are the guards? Why have I not seen a single one? Guards?
It's a cranberry hibiscus tea.
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies, Grand Sage. Right now, all Akadeymia guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest. I thought you knew.
Arrest?
It's like the Wegmans brand tea.
I have an ominous feeling.
Those are like hit or miss.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Is that not what the order was?
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
But this one's pretty good.
You mean she has disappeared?
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like that. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusanali will take revenge on us.
What happened?
That makes sense. I have a ginger tea, but I think I'm allergic to something in that particular one.
Escaped? Was it Al-Haitham and his party that freed her? That's impossible. The Akadeymia is heavily guarded today, and any order to release
The other one I've
Lesser
been
Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. Besides,
drinking lately was an
Al-Haitham
apple
and the
cinnamon
Traveler
one,
are
and then I
already
have
in
a
our
like
hands. What manner of
I think it's
trickery did
blueberry
they employ?
lemon,
How could
which was
Lesser
really
Lord
good.
Kusanali disappear into thin air? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to
It's
send messages
suspicious.
like that, so I thought it was your order.
Let me check.
Double check your work, sir.
Here. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Suristhana. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. The Akasha indeed contains this.
It does sound like it.
And it clearly appeared in
Yeah,
my
the apple
mind.
cinnamon's really good.
How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the traveler that Al-Haitham submitted?
There was a mango black tea that I used to love, but now I'm allergic to mangoes, so it makes me sad because I can't.
A red herring?
I can't drink it. It's one of the like
Well, even if I figure it out now,
Disney
it won't
Alice
make
in
any
Wonderland
difference.
teas.
The important thing now is to confirm Lesser Lord Kusanali's status. Have you been to the sanctuary of Suristhana to confirm that Lesser Lord Kusanali
developed,
has
like,
indeed escaped?
2-3 years ago now, I think.
No.
And time is a weird soup.
It may be a bit offensive to say this, but Grand Sage, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. That is common knowledge to all of us. If we have to confirm the information and
Need to know
knowledge from
which
the
one it
Akasha
is.
ourselves, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy lose its meaning that
It was
way?
very upsetting.
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Are you trying to use my words against me?
Yes.
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you. I never meant to refute you.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around. I'll go to the sanctuary of Suristhana on my own.
Wait, no, I can have this one.
Yes, Grand Sage.
It's the other one. There's a mango one they have, but it's the Mad Tea Party blend. And it's like apricot, ginger, black tea, and peach. And that one's like one of my favorites.
Suristhana. Go to the city and arrest the escapee immediately. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my eyes.
Yes, 100%. There's nothing going wrong here at all.
She really appeared again? What is the meaning of this?
What a comical sight, Azar.
My cat is screaming.
Once the Akasha has put certain
Good.
thoughts into your head,
Ooh.
even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think you know.
The
And
one
precisely because of
from
this,
Jasmine or a different place?
you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Sino, have you been waiting for a chance like this? The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me, but I didn't expect it to turn out like this. I was careless.
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha.
Probably.
You're still the same as always.
I truly did
The
not
vacuum was
expect a
also
proud person like you
going
to
earlier, and
cooperate
she was
with
like,
Al-Haytham
I
and the
don't like
Traveler.
this.
People change, Azar. Admit it. The Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
Finley's taken over my bed. She's
Then
back
tell me,
there laying on my
what have
blanket
you found
snoring.
during your investigation?
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Suristhana. Under your own regulations, even Academia staff are forbidden to
It
come
looks like
here.
we're gonna finish this today, and I'm excited.
No one will come to save you.
Sad but excited.
As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon. A serious crime.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty in front of you?
Yeah, she
General
usually like
Mahamatra?
goes somewhere up high and just glares at you
No.
the entire time the vacuum's on.
I want you to plead guilty in front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
I still love his design so much. Yeah, pets just, they hate the vacuum.
How long do we have to wait? Paimon wants to know how things are going out there.
Finley's
Paimon
good
hasn't
and
heard
less
any
like,
sounds outside for a while. Hopefully something bad
it's like
didn't
right
happen.
next to her, otherwise she's like, I'll just keep sleeping through it. We must trust our friends.
Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be locked up in here for the rest of our lives? Thinking about it,
I mean, not really.
at least Paimon has you. We could still chat like this. When Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of Suristhana, Paimon can't help but feel sorry for her.
We're free.
Here comes your savior.
Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You were scared out of your wits just a moment ago.
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here. It felt even more tiring than whacking them. I'm exhausted.
Makes sense.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of? Oh, are you ticklish?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish.
How's
Things
Nahida?
in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The guards that stormed out of the Academia are all taken care of. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time. So, how's Sino doing?
You know, I don't know what like the upcoming
Grand
possible
Sage is in
banners
his
are. I have
custody.
not been paying attention.
Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands, so he probably does too. Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. He has no choice but to obey. So, hurry to the sanctuary of Suristhana. Assuming nothing weird happened, we should have already rescued our Archon.
That all sounds amazing.
Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. We just came together last minute to save the Archon, you know? All right, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Oh, you're looking outside now? Come to join. You can definitely send them. I always like looking at them. Critical Role also has one that's like really pretty, and I forget the other one that I just saw that I've added to my want list.
How's it going, Nahida? I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement to complete. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Greater Lord Rukidevata's
I might be getting a cat. Let me see if she'll come join me again.
Oh,
She was here earlier.
This is for you. Huh? What's this little floaty thingy?
It's so weird, but it's also so adorable.
It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha terminal. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations.
Yes, you're a big baby.
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon!
Mm-hmm.
We're both small things that float!
He's like, there can only be one.
Things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the Traveler from now on, people won't remember Paimon because she isn't unique anymore!
It looks completely different from you.
It's alright, Paimon. It can't replace you.
It's like a bunny slash pig.
But you're the Traveler's irreplaceable friend. You're so good at comforting people, Nahida.
Like the space trotters from Sumeru.
Hmm? I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth.
Yeah, like the easiest way is either you start off with single pulls or you start off with
what you just said made Paimon
doing past, present, future pulls. It's kind of up to you.
By the way, there's something I need to confess. Even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again,
Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh one sounds
I'm not
super
very
cute.
good at fighting.
I think you've shown it
heard that an
off
Archon's
before.
power is derived from their people's faith. However, I'm not as well loved as Greater Lord Rukidevata. If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on you, and I'll do my best to provide support.
Like, don't worry, fighting is my
I'm
forte.
glad I can rely on you. So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting? That actually sounds about right.
Which is also not true because Nahida is a beast.
I've located where the false god is. Time is of the essence, so let's skip to it.
Even though this is a prison, technically, it's still so pretty. Store? Okay. Have I not leveled? I mean, we're fine anyway level-wise, but like, have I not leveled Kuki? Okay, well, that's on the list.
What is this place?
I've been like hoarding leveling up supplies
Really
too.
the way we need to go? Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a place like this hidden right slap bang in the middle of the city? The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered. The safest and most convenient way would be to build within the Akadeymia itself. That's true. They were already hiding one god, so why not two?
We're gonna hide all the gods.
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. the sages really saw the god creation plan as their ultimate goal. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the Akadeymia alone.
Definitely feels like
the Fatui
yeah, the Fatui have been here for
didn't hold
sure.
back. They provided a lot of technological support.
Is to help one of their own harbingers become a god after all.
Or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Be comfy.
Is that it though? I've always felt that this doctor is different from the Academia sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product,
And leaves back
like
for
he's
Snuggles.
enjoying the experimental
So I now have a cat.
process. The Fatui harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the doctor being weird is actually normal.
Pretty much.
So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god is called the Balladeer? We had previously come into contact with his consciousness. He harbors particularly strong obsessions. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one. The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't quite explain it. Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a
Tell
Fatui
us your
harbinger.
secrets.
That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject. Now with that temper and ego of his. It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well.
We've had a few encounters, but none of them were pleasant.
I see. Tell me more about him and what he's like. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future situation. I see.
This is a wee word vomit,
How
everything.
Fascinating. Alright, time to go. Let's get through here and meet him in person.
I'm like reading the quest list and I'm like, oh, we're getting on a boat?
I see everything.
Even though we're in... We're in the basement. We're in the pipes. The walls. Never good like looking down and then like seeing just endless clouds.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes.
We just have to double check that there's not treasure.
The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it.
At least it's like later on in the day and I'm not like, oops, puzzle. I almost fell off. We're just going on an adventure. Just the one guy, you know?
Everyone
No
focus!
more words. Silence!
Stand with me!
This isn't good.
Okay. I was like, is it gonna tell me what's messed up, or It's not gonna figure out. And thankfully, no, we're good. We're good.
Frozen. I see everything. This way. Flash frost.
Settle down.
Here you are.
Darkness preserved.
How bold.
No escape.
Yeah, it's like I definitely didn't finish him off. Like. Alright, now we're good. Nope. Okay. It's like maybe? No. Okay.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
I'm gonna go over there. Okay, that's right. Hope it's ad break time.
I'll put you on have a load of this.
Silence.
Stand with me.
Flicker.
It's like we love treasure. I almost like was like I'm jumping off of here. Yeah, that's right. I probably could make it, but it's just so creepy down here.
Everyone hold hands.
Bow your head.
And push these guys again.
Out of my way.
Here you are.
I feel like I missed someone behind. Oh, welcome back from ads, everybody. Thank you for sticking through them.
Grow.
Bow your head.
Lightning terrified.
I mean, Turbo is also... A lot of people, like, love it. Yeah, I would think that would be correct, but it's not.
There have been many.
Yeah. Yeah, like... I feel like because there's so many people who are streaming out there, and then like you wanna watch everyone and lurk everywhere. But, like, that's not a bad price. Little dragon buddy. For a second there, I was like, is it gonna let me out? Like,
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they wanted to create is likely close to completion or already completed.
it's not a surprise. I've already seen him control the weather.
No. What should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against a Fatui Harbinger with a Gnosis. Are you nervous, Paimon? If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous. Aren't you too, Nahida? Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
It's just a 500-year-old baby.
About what? Curious about
She's
her
so
fate.
tiny and so adorable.
To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and everything that happens to us is considered knowledge. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood.
She's
However,
also definitely on my...
only fate is about that which has yet to occur.
If you
So
just
it
get
has
into this
always drawn
game,
my curiosity. So to me,
you should definitely get her at
fate
some point.
is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. It all brings me great satisfaction. And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore. I will personally experience my own fate with you by my side. Isn't this such a wonderfully exciting thing?
So cute.
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon thinks she understands what you're feeling.
It's like, we won't lose.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
She also, like, skips when she's, like, running. Okay, I think it's fight time now.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my
I mean,
birth?
Lantern Rite is this month.
I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord.
I'm hoping he'll show up
It seems that the
in Lantern
sages
Rite.
didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him.
I feel like last year it was like a
He
tiny
has
little nod
undoubtedly
to
become
him.
a true god now. So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself
I don't like the
Kunikuzushi
black and red behind him.
appears
Like, that
infinitely small and ugly.
Yes, you should play.
This imposing aura. It really feels like a god's. A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a
You don't miss
mechanical
this one.
puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely
It's just like,
technological
where did you get the budget?
It's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this is the culmination of human wisdom.
You sure are something! Dishing out compliments at a time like this?
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
So he's still the same old Balladeer on the inside.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you!
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
Sir. Still the same Balladeer we know.
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it, all those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws. There's no point in bringing it up again.
He might need it so he can get out of his
Is that so?
Robot.
Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the fortuity to personally participate
one of those yet
in
today.
the Archon War. This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you.
But from
God
now
of
on,
wisdom.
Nahida's followers will only continue to increase in numbers.
Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem.
He just sounds like a
now,
snotty kid.
Where your only option is to face me in combat. Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god.
Yeah, he's so edgy. Oh gosh, I don't like it.
Insignificant pest!
Who's calling insignificant? You're being rude, sir. I am a lovely individual.
The tides beckon.
Burn!
I do know that we get to name him eventually, like after the quest, and I'm like, what do I name him? Like now it's like actual fight time. We're so tiny.
Tremble!
It's like already using.
Burn to oblivion!
Can I break these? Like,
kneel!
No, thank you.
Relax. Settle down.
Tremble!
I thought I was like out of the way, but I guess I was.
Bow your head.
Reality?
Oh, I do not like that. Not at all. the baby.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd
I
sacrifice
feel like they're
yourself
not gonna
for
give
a
us
human.
a cool sword
Are
until
you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor?
like the very end.
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from
I love
me?
her.
We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me?
In the very beginning.
You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
Giving me forbidden
Love
knowledge.
that battle experience! It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you.
It's the god of wisdom. I think he's gonna follow.
Are you done with your tricks?
Hello, welcome in.
Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you. The first sage of Boor.
A thousand eons, mine to dominate.
Okay, I'm in the way, but that's just because I decided to drink tea at the most inopportune moment.
Burn to oblivion!
Out of my way!
Kneel!
I do not speak Spanish, I'm sorry. I know very little. Like, take this, and then like...
Here you are. A process of elimination.
Reality is pain!
Just for you, sir.
Good riddance, cruel world.
Destroy. Okay. Can I use...
Committed to memory.
Oh, all of my... What? Oh, because I have trial Nahida. I was very confused. I was like, why do I not have...
Get with me.
Your new god awakens!
Well.
Now?
How good is trial Nahida? Out of curiosity. I'm forgetting everything that I was doing. Me just wanting to know. Oh. So she's got like...
Your eyes have been opened.
Roll. Yeah.
Kneel! Tremble! Blindsided.
I keep expecting...
Reality is pain!
I keep expecting it to be like... I know, I built her up too, so it's like, okay.
Humans. Filthy humans.
You don't know how long I spent grinding in the domain to get her really good artifacts. Like the electronosis.
No! Wait!
But like usually
Please!
it's like
Anything but the gnosis!
Nahida, my number 2 slot, so now I'm like out of order. Like I'm hitting 2, but it's not Nahida.
That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
And now it's about to get sad, I think.
This is... That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
It's like everyone get ready for tears.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness?
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this.
polluted. It must be due to forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Could you tell me what you know?
We word vomit everything we learned in the desert.
Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her power. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution, then does that mean, in order to save us, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes.
It's like it might be getting sad.
It's very possible that she sacrificed her life in the fight against forbidden knowledge. She didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the pollution would have been far more rampant over these past 500 years. The way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul.
Aww. Do you feel sad, Nahida?
I'm just...
It's about to get a little bit sad.
Pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. There is madness, chaos, and pain all around us. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions, all the way up to her last breath? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow.
By clue you mean the words, "World to Forget Me."
Yes. Her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer to this mystery. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with her lucid consciousness. And then, we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person.
Hope we can use that truth to save everybody.
Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our
I
own
think we're gonna
consciousness
finish
while we are here.
Sumeru today,
Even
for sure.
with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Otherwise, we could go mad at any moment.
That's so scary.
Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon. Let's go.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir, but you are ineligible. Is that what the achievement is called? We'll check that out.
In the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is...
Wow! What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
I see everything!
Settle down!
Don't be rude, sir.
Here you are.
Okay. Is that everybody? I think so. And void puppies? It's like they're all here.
A bond is strong. Lightning, Terracock!
I do love their design. Like, it is really pretty.
Whirling sigils have appeared in the sky!
Let me heal them as much as I can. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. I highly understand if you need to raid and run and take care of yourself, but you're also welcome to stay and watch the end and probably cry with me.
Bow your head.
Yeah, I've been putting it off because I love Sumeru so much and I didn't want it to end. But it is one of my
I see everything.
New Year's goals is to finish at least Sumeru. We'll see if I'll get to Fontaine. I'm gonna try.
The tides beckon. Here you are.
I am. It's been really lovely and a good time. I need to like get back to Wuthering Waves. I haven't like played in a while because my PC hated it, so I was playing on my phone and that was just kind of annoying. Oh my gosh, I'm missing the one guy. Yeah, I think
Control the boat of consciousness. We need
I have watched people play like Fontaines and I cry every time, so I'm gonna cry. I'm just like, I need to know if there's treasure. I know that there's not, but I just also need to know. Yeah, the issue that I had was that like it kept like a beeping and then it would just like freeze, like my whole PC. And so I'm like, I'm hoping that they've like fixed it.
Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us
Like
out
that's like
of
a
here.
possible gotcha game to come back through the cycle of games. I'm trying to think of I want to call him the dragon guy or like
We'll be arriving at our
Buff Shao. I know
destination
that's
soon.
not his name.
How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Some strange thoughts came from time to time, but I seem to be okay now.
But everything's been completely normal for Paimon.
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time, we should be able to meet Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Are you
So
saying
I need to look up what his
you've
name is.
never
It's gonna
met
bother
Greater
me.
Lord Rukkhadevata before?
No, it seems that my birth and her death took place at the same
GM?
time.
I think that's his.
Otherwise,
I got him. That was like the last
think
thing
she would have given
that
me
I
a
did.
little more guidance, and I could have done a better job.
Hey, you've done a great job, Nahida. Let's get out of this creepy place and go meet her.
Like he was like, I was like, I really want him. I want to play this game. It also looks cool. Yeah, he was my Alhaitham, the reason why I played this game.
So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
But I don't think I've played like, I haven't played in months, probably since like summer, in the end of summer. And I've been like seeing like clips of people playing and I'm like, I kind of would go back. Yes, it's the same place for my memories.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? But the one standing over there
I'm also like working on like building a new PC over this year, so like hopefully it makes playing games a little easier.
Exactly like me. Are you Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
It was just so cute.
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance?
Can't believe my eyes. The two of you look almost exactly the same. Just
Irminsul
slightly
and the
different.
surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad that they improved the writing, because that was one of the things too that I was like, I don't know.
Why?
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
Also, some of the voice acting also wasn't my favorite. There's some good ones, but there also were some okay ones.
I'm the avatar of Irminsul, and you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul.
But it also might be the writing was so bad that it was like it didn't matter who voiced it.
Take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago.
It's like they would make a joke.
Judging from your appearance,
and it's like, yeah, there's characters who like tell bad jokes on purpose, but it felt like it was supposed to be funny.
You're finally here.
But it was just written not well. So this is a connection between you two, Lesser Lord Kusanali and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great Archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate.
Yes.
When a branch grows into
it's kind of like how
tree,
so many characters fall for the Traveler and the Trailblazer.
Perhaps my fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
And the Proxy.
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours alone. Along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
I have faith in Nahida too. She will definitely become a great Archon. Like, I want her to have a really cute, like... Because, like, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's design is so pretty, and I would love for there to be, like, a similar Nahida design, but I also just love tiny Nahida. So I don't know which one I would want.
Sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. I've always wanted to meet you.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul,
Are you excited for
I've also looked forward to talking
the
with you.
3.0 Star Rail update?
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here seeking answers, right? Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this.
I knew it. The Conria Cataclysm.
At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, I sensed something was wrong. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time I reached Irminsul, it was already displaying signs of corruption.
It's gonna be sad.
Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago, I might have felt even more hopeless and lost.
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could
One
never
day we'll
understand
get there
it.
to the bottom of the abyss.
The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow
Keep, like,
forbidden
slowly
knowledge
dipping
to
our
pollute
toes in.
Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Tevat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
At that time,
I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone. Which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. For a long time, I thought dreams were
I
the
love
fruit
how like
of human wisdom.
it's like subtle,
Though
but
it
like
was selfish
their
to
greens
do
are different
so.
greens.
I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul. But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, which gave me an uneasy feeling. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and wisdom.
It's like when we like have psychosomatic being like,
as well.
I have this and now I'm
From
going
the very beginning,
like this is the end.
my existence had been polluted
But hers
by
was
the
real.
forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. How could that happen?
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness. It must have been a horrible experience.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge.
I have a feeling this
Meaning
is gonna
that
make
the
me cry.
forbidden knowledge couldn't ever be permanently eradicated. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara, and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait.
At least I have my cat just hanging out my lap to help out.
So you realize what that implies. You are very smart indeed. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. And as you've realized just now, removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world. But this is the only way to save Irminsul.
People love you so much and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. I am exactly the same. So how can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
You're the god of wisdom, Booer.
Like,
You
I'll
should know
remember.
that there is no other way.
But this is so cruel. I don't want to forget you.
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds.
Like not
Some
the music.
tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow.
I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness.
It's times like these that make me glad that I have a model. And if it makes me sad, I
I'm
only tell
the
them my
one
voice.
who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
I'm alright. I'm just a little confused.
What are you confused about?
We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from, but I feel very sad.
You still remember what happened just now?
Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Merman soul.
She's forgotten her. Did I manage to remember because I'm not from this world?
What's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Paimon doesn't seem to remember either. Has everyone really forgotten Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Should I tell them the truth? What's that sound? I feel super sleepy. It's like, don't do it.
Huh? That sound. Traveler! Paimon!
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has finally paid off.
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on gods. This is the only thing of
I'm pretty sure
interest
we
I
have, like,
found
special.
among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually
this frequency,
killed
I think.
them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Negotiate with me? I heard you had already left Sumeru. Why are you here
I wonder
again
when he's
now?
coming back.
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition. How disappointing.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess.
Apparently.
Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. It lacks an important dimension, that of time.
So I saved segments of all my ages and
Cat
made them
is
into
snoring.
independent
Really cute.
individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me. How does the God of Wisdom find my method of seeking knowledge?
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Good. Amazing, even. Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves, not to mention oneself from a different period.
Since you're in the Akadeymia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped that fake god.
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment. So why should I interfere with the results?
The Akadeymia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal, yet you only saw it as an ordinary experiment.
Yep, because he's
You
got
really
super
are
villain
crazy.
energy.
If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted with that outcome. But you're right. And that's exactly why I'm disappointed with the conclusion of this experiment.
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own convictions.
It's just, he does what he wants.
They just don't fit your standards, that's all. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any useful materials. For example, the Gnosis. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat abilities at this time. Besides,
I don't like the way you're
you have
talking
no way
to
to
me.
use that
Or her.
electro-gnosis in battle.
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me? Somehow, it's starting to seem like you intend to take it by force now.
I'm merely stating a fact. After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally, I hope to show proper respect and dignity to the God of Wisdom.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... what if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
That could be a fun thing.
The heavenly principles? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with
I'm
the
kind of excited for like Shinezunaya, which should be this year, and seeing like
with me?
Gamble?
where that goes.
How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing I expected to hear from the God of Wisdom. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility.
Ew.
So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru.
I don't like the way he
But
enunciates.
this electro-Gnosis is the prize
I mean,
I
it's-
attained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers.
Villain aligned, but still.
As the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me, the most threatening opponent of the Nation of Wisdom. What you request of me is like plucking out the eyes I have placed in the dimension of time. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort, requiring me to destroy them all here and now.
I do want to know what like this is.
A suitably wise decision on your part. Yes, how very interesting.
It keeps distracting me.
Can I assume that you have long been wary of me? Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you
That
were
implies
imprisoned?
that like his segments have different personality
You were
traits,
observing
which is
me,
also terrifying.
and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
I kind of hope that they upgrade Child's outfit.
You
Like,
sure didn't hesitate
how intricate
much.
this one is, and like
Is
seeing the captain's
relationship
art.
between all the versions of you really that bad?
And
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price? Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspectives. Perhaps it's best to say, you're just temporarily ahead. But what I'd like to know is...
It's like, no, thank you.
How can you be sure that I've really erased them?
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so
short-sighted? You think this is the end? I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
No.
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
That one was
Here,
like 100% a child.
Take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Of course, I have no interest in being rejected by this city for a third time. Another chess piece. And where is your dendronosis?
Don't be greedy,
Somewhere.
Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha anyway, then
Should be an
there's
ad
no
break
further
in
use for the Gnosis of
the next couple of
Sumeru,
minutes.
is there? Besides, isn't it the Archon's
Probably take a
duty
quick
to
bathroom
deliver what's
break
desired of the Seeker?
when that happens.
Oh. Judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way. Since you're the god of wisdom, how about I exchange some knowledge with you?
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
It's like I have, but that's just because I'm on the
That's
internet.
the secret hidden by Ermin's soul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye.
It's like sparkly.
With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted. I'm very glad I got to meet you like this.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
whispering secrets to us. That's why they're like, to the wall. Alright, ad break time. Several days later.
Together! Okay.
We can get right back into this.
Are
Like
you
we've been
awake?
sleeping.
Kale says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up!
Good morning,
Good
Paimon.
morning! How are you feeling today?
Pretty good.
Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out now, right?
That's right. On that day, we lost consciousness in battle. When we woke up, we found ourselves in Gandharville, and Tainari and Kale were looking after us. I heard that it was Sino who brought us here. Tainari complained that Sino was always sending people to him. He had taken great care of us. After completely exhausting ourselves, we had a good rest here. After a few days, we finally recovered enough to be able to go back out. From what Tainari and Kale have said, the Akasha has been turned off completely and the people of Sumeru will no longer rely on it. Such a big change will certainly affect people's lives, but it will definitely be a good thing.
Come on, Traveler, let's go!
Girl must be leaving soon.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake.
Yep, yep.
Good morning, Kale.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Well, now that I've recovered from Alizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
It's so exciting. You enjoy yummy breakfast with Kale, who's been waiting for you.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Paimon hasn't already read it?
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up, so Paimon didn't open it. Alright, let's read it now. Oh, it's from Nilu!
That's fair, but I will say Dendro
We're
Traveler,
going to hold a
best
feast
traveler.
at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Sino's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back.
I'm trying to think of who else would be a good,
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well.
like, battery character
That's
for
amazing.
Shao. We were just doing our part.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
But you're amazing too, Kale.
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Like, where is Yubo? Yeah, okay.
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
How's your wound,
I'm
Tainari?
recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
I appreciate that's a lot to ask.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast.
I guess Nilu's only planning on telling him once the festivities are underway.
You're both Sino's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh?
Yeah.
VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Very important
Well,
Paimons,
technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Is your master alright?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
It's like everyone has more jobs now.
That sounds really exhausting.
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go. But be careful.
Okay.
Yay! Will do!
It's like I still might accidentally... Gosh, why am I just not... I'm definitely delaying the jump.
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
I guess so.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letter, so here we are!
You're the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now.
Very different
but
times.
Even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this. Nilu is Sumeru's #1 celebrity, after all.
Okay, of course you're right.
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste. Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too.
Nice.
Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense. It is not for us to determine the value of an audience. But indeed, we could try giving gifts to people with particularly good taste. I heard there's a device in Fontaine called a camera that can record people's appearances as pictures. Such pictures would make superb gifts.
Ooh, good idea. I wonder where we can find one.
You guys are so funny. There's really no need for that. I'm satisfied just being able to perform here.
There's always a lot going on at the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
it's
that's
called the Grand
why
Bazaar.
I love it here. Traveler and Paimon, could you help confirm if the letters were actually delivered? If for some reason they didn't receive the letters, then please tell everyone that there will be a feast here.
Okay, we'll go around and check.
We can also check out how everything in Sumeru is going now.
You know where everybody is?
When I wrote the letters, I heard that Dia was in Port Ormos, and Alhaitham was at the Akadeymia. As for Sino, we've only heard that he appears at the Akadeymia from time to time. I'm not too sure about Rahman's whereabouts. My guess is that he's with Dia. As for Dunyarzad, I just hope she's feeling better. I sent her a letter, but I was afraid of disturbing her. If you have time, please ask about her for me.
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. We haven't seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
Ask the random person.
Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Mr. Cavey was just here asking about him.
Mr. Cavey.
You wouldn't believe how terrible their relationship is.
Just the way he's saying
you
his
two are
name.
here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No, not at all.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Have you come back for
I
attention?
see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
I say no, but she'll be here in 2 seconds. Like, move out of the way. Okay. I think I probably have another, like, 15 or so minutes left in me. Hopefully we can finish this. The last quest. I like how it wants me to, like, be responsible and take the right way, and I'm like, no. I can't wait to hear him yell.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might not have time for us.
He's already talking with someone else.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the Akadeymia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside
It's him
story.
and his roommate.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Come on.
I almost became a sage.
He almost became a sage.
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman,
So you're a very sweet
chances
girl.
are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
And you never get enough attention.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
I feel like I'm interrupting.
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Make it comfy.
Oh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
Relax, everything's
fine. It seems
fine.
that you really can't stand my personality.
I'm not sitting the way she likes, even though she's getting mad.
What was your first clue?
She's a very particular kitty.
Then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The Akadeymia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Let's see how this plays out. We're not in a rush anyway.
Forget what's going on with the Akadeymia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No.
I know, it's like, why are you flirting in front of me?
Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
I 100% believe that he sent Kabe away.
Believe that?
Like,
Look,
approved his project and was like, he's gotta go.
All you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
The moment he finds out that he's the acting Grand Sage, like... Hello, little buddy. Okay.
Hey, Alhaitham!
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilou. Have you received her letter?
Thought you were comfy. You're not comfy now?
Letter?
The switch?
Nilou said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to Alhaitham of the Akadeymia, then the letter should have gone to
my office. You gonna make some biscuits?
I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Yeah, she can't decide. She's sitting in my lap, but she doesn't know which way she wants to
I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently, and the whole Akadeymia was practically turned upside down.
Tainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia forest.
I finished
Apparently
my book
they will spend the rest of their lives there.
Yesterday because she sat on my legs, and I was like, well, I guess I'm trapped. Might as well just continue reading.
4 of the 6th grade sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Akadeymia.
Just want
I don't know where to begin.
Yeah, you're right.
I did, and she nibbled on me. She's like, "Thank you for the pets."
After all this time. But then again, the 6th grade school sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Akadeymia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Akadeymia.
Be comfy. Settle down.
The 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools.
Alright, she's good.
And the leaders
decided
selected
she's
for the
comfy
schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar
Do we ever learn
and were
what
only
the other
rescued after Azar's downfall.
sages' names were?
Managing things in the other 4 schools now. Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in
It's like
Sumeru.
they picked him for a bigger job instead. Emma has a point.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Akadeymia. But I refused.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? But why? Ugh, can't you be a little more ambitious?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages.
I feel like
I
one
said
day
before,
it's gonna come back to
I
bite
don't
him
like
again,
being
like-
a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Akadeymia before the new sages take office.
So you're still a leader now, even if it's just temporary.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
By the way, who was that
Just
other
because
person
Kaveh
just now?
is there.
Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
He's just your roommate.
Doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
He didn't seem to believe a word you
Which
told
is
him.
exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Thank you for your hard work these
Such
days.
is the work of the Akadeymia scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
Alright, I'll see you there.
We were looking for Dea, I believe, right? Unless we're gonna find sign out here.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
We're good, how about you?
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Alazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
She's healed.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Didn't expect to see you
That's
here.
right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
Like, I gotta go back to the desert.
It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever! Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you,
He's got plans.
I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short. and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru, and as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
Yeah, it's time for a party.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Alhaitham at the Akadeymia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Akadeymia?
What?
We didn't hear anything about that.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Alhaitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Akadeymia, but only if I wanted to.
I also just imagine him like,
Whoa.
like saying that anyone can be the Grand Sage and trying to hoist off that position.
Me neither. But I think Dia would look great dressed up as a scholar.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Alhaitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight, so he suggested I find some work in the Akadeymia.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super amazing!
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Just like, I'll let you...
Come on, no need for the
fly
sad
the coop.
face. It's not like we'll never meet again.
I guess being free is just part of how Dea operates.
Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second! You make it sound like you're leaving now!
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
Yes. She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately, and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilu asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilu to specifically write to us like that.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. She was hoping you could come.
Great! I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by Nilu, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
All right, then this is how I'll show up.
The feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We'll see you there.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Sino. You can ask Sino when you meet him. Don't mention it. You better get going.